What will we do with this moment? How will we be remembered? Look at the opportunities before us.
This election really isn't about the left versus the right. It's about we, the people, choosing our government and the choice between freedom versus tyranny.
Nobody has a chronic disease burden like we have. Why are we allowing this to happen to our children? Ultimately, the only thing that will save our country is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other.
What is going on here is deeper than politics. It is deeply spiritual. We are being called to rise above the hatred and the fear and the evil.
We need to remember above and beyond that we must love our neighbors, that we must treat other people as we hope to be treated.
You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative.
America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing.
Don't you want healthy children? Don't you want a president that's going to make America healthy again?
The sweet emotion raining all over me. I come to you today as a former Democrat. I will be a first-time Trump voter tonight.
The people dreamed this country, and it's the people who are making America great again.
Wow. I'm not crying. You're crying. Get a little verklempt in here. Holy smokes. What an amazing ad. I don't know about you guys, but that's as good as it gets right there. But all right. Anyways, friends, honored countrymen, how we doing tonight? You guys ready to get some justice for Peanut? Peanut the squirrel. He's our guy. He's our guy. Who's in here tonight? Alan Krentz, numero uno, Pat Shagoya, Danielle, Trace, BM Pro, what's up? Vimman, T Alex, Toe Cramp, Shogun, 2 more days, baby. Cindy Lou, Doug Peterson, CJ Yukon, John Cottrell, Kim Wiley, Randy Allen, Hobbs, Fats, Susan, Chad C, Ryan T, Phil Haynes, Mike Mishler, what's up? Hero at Large, Candace in the house, Anthony Liang, Mike Mishler, Randy Outwell, Ray for the landslide. That's right, baby. We got to do it. Michael Tucker, Wim Tolbert, what's up? Chad Youngkin, John Cottrell, Chris G. Beginning the golden age for us. I hope so, man. I believe it's coming. I truly believe it. Leo Wilson, 20 likes. We can do more. Please like, share, subscribe. Get this place booming. And so we got stuff to talk about. Missed you too, guys. I had to take yesterday off. I'm not even joking. After Friday's live, I was so exhausted. I had to I've been working so hard, guys, doing so many of these lives. This election is just draining me, but I'm back. I'm refreshed. I took all day yesterday off, chilled, relaxed, went on a date with my wife. Today, rested most of the day. And members, first of all, to you guys, I apologize. No members live this weekend. It's too important. We only got 2 days left. Everything has to be public right now. Got to talk to everybody. So that's just where we're at right now. So tonight we're going to cover, by the way, how awesome was that ad? Does that ad just not the best thing? Like, how can anybody watch that and not want to vote for Trump? Unbelievable. It's so good. So good. They got real stuff to run on. That's why. Real America, not the nonsense come from the Democrats. But anyways, So we're going to cover today. I'm going to try to do this kind of fast because tomorrow and Tuesday are going to be long. Tomorrow's the night before. I'm going to go over my final predictions for tomorrow or for Tuesday. Going to go over a final analysis of where we're at and what it looks like is going to happen. And then Tuesday, obviously, I'm going all night. I'm going all night. We're going to cover it. We're going late. Going to have good brews, good whatever. We're going to have a fun time because I believe it's going to be a celebration night. But first, tonight, we need to talk about the Psyops going on. And guys, I'm telling you, they are trying to discourage us, trying to suppress our vote, trying to stop us from getting out there. They are throwing out the most nonsense things. Anybody who saw the Ann Seltzer poll from Iowa, absolutely insane to think Trump is 3 points behind in Iowa when he was up 19 points just 3 months ago. A state does not shift 22 points in 3 months. It doesn't matter if you put Jesus in there. It doesn't matter. Well, maybe Jesus, but nobody else. It does not matter for anybody else. I'm sorry. People are set in their ways. You do not, it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. It was a completely insane psyop poll designed to make us think that Kamala is gaining so much momentum, it's going to throw off the entire election. They are just crazy trying to lie to us. Sprigg Turner says, early voting in the morning at Pineville, Missouri for Trump. Love it. Absolutely. Well done. Darday, 2 days. That's right. Best ad ever. That's right, John. Candace, can't believe those Iowa polls. I know. They're silly. Michael Anthony, which companies are being bought and they're saying the race is headed? I know. No joke, right? Absolutely no joke. Moody, you're still young mayonnaise. Congrats on going all night. Yeah, my wife wishes. Maybe someday. Too much information. All they know is how to cheat. That's exactly right. Jake Neville says, I wanted 2 in line today to vote. I voted for Trump. Love it. Absolutely love it. You guys are doing the work. Robert Jones gave his life so we could fight. These words for us to live by. Shed no tears for me, my glorious forever. Well, amen to Jesus. Dems would mock Jesus. They would. DJT stock predictions. Listen, I'm all in on DJT. I truly believe Trump pulls this off, and I do believe he will. I think the stock's going to skyrocket. That's my personal opinion. That's not financial advice. I can't give you good financial advice on DJT. The company is, it's not killing it. It's okay. It has no debt. It could kill it with some of the media stuff they're doing, but as of right now, no. And it's got a lot it's going up against. I do think if Trump wins, it might merge with Twitter eventually. I would not be surprised. But in the meantime, there's a short squeeze to go off. And I'm playing that short squeeze theory with Trump winning and the shorts being scared. I think we've already seen a little bit of it. And I think they were trying to shake everybody out before the election at the end of last week. But listen, they tried to shake us out and they still couldn't get it under 30. And it was 12 a month ago. Listen, it was not that bad. So things are still very bullish there. Polymarket going crazy. Polymarket is owned by a guy who's out there hanging out with Kamala Harris, just so you guys know. That's who started Polymarket. Polymarket's run by Dem dark money. Obviously, it's got a lot of other money pouring in. That's why Trump's ahead. But that dark money is pulling in fast to try to make it look closer than it is. Just so you know, Polymarket cannot be trusted. None of this stuff can. I know the Iowa Des Moines poll is crazy, guys. Big J, you had a pet squirrel as a kid? Have pictures prove it? That's awesome. Pet squirrel and a donkey? Moody. It's a very interesting thing to say. But hey, before I get going on this, I had something very important to just share from Barack Obama today, because this is, it's hard to believe that they're admitting this kind of stuff now. So I want to make sure we hear this, because this kind of blew my mind when he said this, guys. So just listen close.
And okay, maybe I'm gay. Maybe my wife really is a man, like all these people say. Maybe her name is Big Mike, and maybe she does have a huge dick. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Just go out and vote for Kamala, even if she is retarded. Okay, we already got Joe out of the way. Just vote for Kamala so we can win this thing, and we'll figure it out. Okay?
Woo! Guys, they got to be getting desperate if he's out there spitting truth like this. I mean, it's, this is what we're talking about, getting to the point where you're so scared that he's trying to connect with the voters now by opening up about himself and his vulnerabilities. And so, it just shows you that they're at that point where it's time to finally come clean. You got to come clean. You got to tell them who you are, because we have to just get the voters, guys. All right. So I want to make sure we play it one more time, because this shows pure desperation on the Democrat side, that they're finally just letting it all out. So let's just do it one more time, because I think it's important for America to hear this. Okay, guys. So just bear with me 1 second here.
And okay, maybe I'm gay. Maybe my wife really is a man, like all these people say. Maybe her name is Big Mike, and maybe she does have a huge dick. But you know what? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Hold on, guys. It doesn't matter. Okay. I just want to say, that if we win, we got to remember, it doesn't matter. Let each to their own. And but Baraki's trying to connect right now.
Out and vote for Kamala, even if she is retarded. Okay, we already got Joe out of the way. Just vote for Kamala so we can win this thing, and we'll figure it out. Okay? And
so there it is, guys. He's spoken. We've gotten the news out there. We have the truth out there now. So I'm just really proud of him. I'm really proud of Barack Obama for finally coming out there and sharing the truth. And I don't know, this might make it closer. I don't think it will. I think, this is one of those things that it's going to scare a lot of people, but it's a desperation move. You never know. So, we'll see what happens. Anyways, that made me laugh. I had to share with you guys. That's flipping hilarious. Anyways, too funny. Yeah, Candace, you think it's AI? Oh man, it's too funny. John Cox, Psyops online are insane. We have this in the bag. We vote 100%. We do 100%. We do. And so that's what we gotta watch, guys. We just gotta know they're trying to discourage us. And let me go through some stuff today, because there's a lot of interesting things here, and I want to show you. It's mostly good stuff. Some stuff is going to surprise you, but actually, it's like almost all good stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't organize my tweets. Why didn't I do that? Excuse me. Oh, yeah, that's a double. Okay, I guess I didn't really pick up the no, I'm just going to show you guys the good stuff tonight. Okay, that's what I'm going to show you, because the psyops don't matter. And that's what you guys are hearing everywhere anyways. Okay, so let's just start here. All right, this is a great account right here. This is PDB, who just great stuff. He's in New York. He's kind of on like the Health Bros stuff, but his stuff's really good. He created a it doesn't matter. Anyways, great account. Follow it. But he put out today, New York in a swing state. Just left my barber, and he excitedly told me 80% of the customers voting for Trump in early. I asked how did it compare to 2020. He said that's nothing. It's double now. It's a great indication as a cafe business I'm invested in New York City, heavy Democrat neighborhood. My partner and owner who works daily says he's never seen so many Trump supporters compared to 2020. I asked him. He said, no comparison. We have lost nobody but gained new voters. New York's a swing state. Keep voting. We're doing this. Send them a message and win big. Listen, I don't believe we'll win New York. But if it's even close, if it's even within 9 points, like under 10 points, insane. And that's, but people in New York are seeing it. Again, I've told you guys 100 times, I don't think they can steal this election. And if they do, if they pull off something so crazy, people won't accept it. If there's this many people in New York voting for Trump, that they are outwardly spoken about it now in New York, Democrat neighborhood, New York City, it's spread across the whole land. And I just don't think that's going to going to happen. Capkey says, I called you a week ago to work the polls, called back. They thanked me and said they had plenty. Called 2 days ago and wanted me to work adjudication. Adjudication, really? That's interesting, Robert. Big B taking Wednesday off, stay up late, watch them counting again. Yeah. Michael Anthony missing, like repeating my words for some reason. You're missing and like repeating my words for some reason. What? Matt Max says, I feel like the market will crash waiting on January 20th. I think it'll crash before that. I'm not going to cover it tonight. I just didn't arrange it all, but there's a lot of evidence mounting that the economy is about to take a huge dump right after the election, no matter who it does. Okay. So just letting you guys know. I do think that'll happen soon. Kapke says they then called and said they had enough people. Moral of the story is Republicans stepping up. That's what we want. That's what we want. Fat says, Ace, what am I drinking on Tuesday? Going with a case of Lone Star. Hope we're partying until the wee hours of my. Oh man, listen, I'm gonna have craft brew. I won't be drinking Lone Star, so I already have a few. I can't think of them all off the top of my head because some of it's new stuff, but I'll show you. It's gonna be good beers, like this one. Nice dark beers, lots of color. I like the dark stuff with lots of flavor. Hobbs, dogs out for Harambe, peanuts out for Peanuts and Squirrel. How does Florida get it done in one night? Pennsylvania will take days because of fraud. That's the only answer. Brazil can have their election done in a day, and there are almost as many people as we are. So that's yeah. They push it so they have time to cheat. But I think this is going to be called. I think this is going to be called election night. I really do. Let's keep going. All right. So Piers Morgan, who is he's not the greatest guy in the world, but he is friends with Trump, even though he's kind of a lib, but he's British. And he came out and did a clip the other day and said his gut is telling him that he's been in Los Angeles. This is interesting how he said it. Okay. It's not just that he said his gut tells him Trump's going to win, but it's that he said, I've been hanging out, being in Los Angeles and in New York, talking to people that didn't vote for Trump before and are this time, and Trump's going to win this election big. That's what his gut tells him. He also said in the clip, he sees the biggest political comeback of all time from Trump losing in 2020 to coming back now after all the attacks on him. And so that's Piers Morgan out saying that. And by the way, one of the reasons I share this is because of all the media people, Piers is one of the most fair. And he also was one of the only ones who called 2016 in the media before it happened. And so, I think Piers is honest about this stuff. And so I wanted to share that right there too. Fred the Raccoon. How hard do I feel America is going to tank? John, it is impossible to know. But honestly, just being completely honest with you, guys, please do your own research on this. Is not financial advice. Is only my gut feeling. And on the market, I've been wrong before. Just saying, okay? But I've had a sinking feeling just seeing everything I've been watching since the last market crash in 2008 and 2009. And everything is so bad right now. I think temporarily, I think it'll be fast if Trump's in, long if Kamala's in. But I think it's going to be 1929 bad for at least a few months. I think the market's going to completely tank. I really do. But I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Excuse me, guys. I got some allergies tonight. Bacardi and Coke, nice big jar. When Trump became president, they knew that night of the vote he won. Yeah, they did. 2016. Mac and Jack's. I've never heard that. No, that Real American Hulk Hogan beer. They told Kamala work on the poll. She took a few off. Oh my God, Max, that's bad. But yeah, John, I think the market's going to have an absolutely huge tank. But as far as percentage, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 50, 60% more. Yeah, I really wouldn't. Yeah, I think it's going to be really, really bad. I do, but we'll see. Now, this was shocking. Okay, I wanted to share this with you guys because this kind of blew my mind today. Ken Griffin today said, and I'll let you guys watch the old clip on your own. I'm not going to play many clips tonight because I don't want to stay on too late. But Ken Griffin, talking to this Future Investment Initiative Institute in Saudi Arabia, said today the expectation today is that Donald Trump will win the White House in a few days. That's Ken Griffin over the weekend. You think Ken Griffin knows something? I think he does. I take these words seriously. So just letting you know, that's another really interesting prognostication. Here's David Axelrod, who Axelrod is the chief architect of Obama's campaigns. The dude he's smart. He's smart. Democrat campaign runner. Consultant. He's brilliant. He really is. He's kind of an evil genius for the Democrats for elections. He's worried support won't materialize for Harris on game day. So this is why we are getting the insane Iowa poll that is so far off. This is why we're getting the New York Times poll showing things closer than they should be, or more bad news for Trump. This is why the poly market is starting to shift closer to Harris. This is why Nate Silver's forecast is tightening. They're doing this on purpose. They're controlling all of this to freak you out. Morning Consult poll came out showing Kamala up. All the lefties are fighting hard. They didn't talk about the jobs report all weekend. Can you believe that? They've only been pushing all this nonsense polls. And the narrative is, the biggest narratives are Kamala's gaining. And the main reason she's gaining is because it's women voters are turning out like crazy. And that is all of them saying, and even Republicans are dooming about this, saying, oh my God, if it's all the ladies turning out and the men don't turn out, we're going to lose. It's because the women are coming out so passionate to get their babies killed. It's like, that is not the truth. And when you deep dive further into it, which nobody talks about this, but if you deep dive further into it, the men staying home are Democrat men, especially minority Democrat men, because they don't want to vote for Trump, but they hate Kamala. They hate her and they don't want to vote for her either. So they're staying home. That's why the men vote is down, which means it actually is helping us. Okay. Those men staying home. So we're not worried about this. Julie, hope there might be a surprise Trump wins in California. I mean, that would be the greatest thing ever. John Critchell, Gold's factor is from the outside of the United States. Gold's factor? Ken Griffin committed perjury in his testimony. Ken Griffin's a terrible person. Silver having a short squeeze. It could. Kenny is the biggest short. DJT? Maybe. I don't know. Kenny might be too smart to have done that. But all right, let's keep moving here. Here's People's Pundit. Okay. This is he's quoting this. Anyways, he's quoting a guy, a nerd on the left. I don't know his last name. He says, Michael, in 2014, Democrats have too big of an early vote lead for Republicans to take the Senate. 2016, Democrats have too big of an early vote lead for Trump to get to 270. Wrong, etc. Fast forward. Now he's out there saying early vote means nothing this year, and the Dems lead with seniors. Again, they are shifting the narrative so that we pay attention to the wrong things. We get scared. We don't vote because we get disheartened and don't show up. Now, as always, Democrats tend to do things in such desperation that they backfire. All this will do is turn out the vote more. You know why? Because they underestimate how much people hate the Biden-Harris administration. They underestimate how much we love our leader, Donald Trump, and want him to win. Look, this is not a regular election. This is an election with a charismatic leader who's been shot, and after getting shot and bleeding everywhere, did one of the coolest things ever by standing up, bleeding all over his face, and said, fight, fight, fight. One of the most iconic moments in American history from any politician ever. Maybe the most iconic from a single politician because the media capturing it and everything. That riled people up. People are like, I will walk through broken glass to vote for this man now. And so they're trying to tell us it's close. Kamala's gaining. Well, guess what? That makes us want to vote more. So it's going to backfire on them. They're idiots for doing this. But, this is what they do because they're desperate. They're trying everything they can. Mike, how are women coming out for Harris when nobody knows what a woman is? That's a great question. Big JR, need to get the likes up. Oh, yeah. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're new, please subscribe. I do the best election coverage I can possibly do. I think I'm up there with some of the best without any resources, but you know, that's just me tooting my own horn. You can let the chat decide on that, but you know, we're covering it, and please like, because for the most part of the last 3 months, I've been under a shadow ban that just recently started to break. So every like helps. Let's get it out there. Kathy, there's rumors one of the big networks are showing on their ticker feed Kamala's won swing states. There was one test thing out there that showed Kamala won Pennsylvania with 100% of the votes counted. I don't think it was a real thing. A couple of people who know how this stuff works that are conservatives said that's actually pretty normal. So I'm not worried about it. Okay. Joe knows what a woman is because he knows who to sniff. Tommy, you did early voting, but how many more times can I vote? Depends where you're at, brother. And that's all I can say about that before I get in trouble. So don't get me in trouble by making me say more. Look at old Charles Gasparino. We don't like Charlie. He's kind of a dick, and he's very cruel and unusual to the meme crowd. But he did say this. Take it for what it's worth. Source of mine who heads political affairs at a major Wall Street firm and can't stand Trump says his numbers show Trump winning and GOP getting 53 seats in Senate, given latest polling momentum. I'm telling you, this is going to happen. I think Trump's going to win going away. I think it's going to be so obvious. They have to call it on election night. And I think we get 53 minimum seats in the Senate. I actually think now that Kerry Lake's jutting ahead of Gallego in Arizona, I think we're going to get 55. But I'm going to have my final predictions tomorrow night. So tune in tomorrow, guys, if you want me to break down exactly how I think the election is going to go with all the data I can possibly find, pulled all together and analyzed. That tomorrow is going to be a very fun show. I look forward to doing it, and we're gonna judge it on election night the day after, see how I do. But I think right now I'm feeling very good, and honestly, all this stuff going on. All the Psyops stuff makes me even more bullish. All right, let me continue. Pennsylvania mail-in voting update. These are huge, guys. Republicans have closed the return rate gap again, trailing Democrats by just 0.87 points after trailing them by 8 points in 2020. Guys, that's a 7-point. That's insane. Look at so this is the mail votes. Democrats down 9%, Republicans up 9.5%. So that's an almost 19-point increase from final 2020. But here's the return rates. That's what's returned from what went out. They're not. Republicans aren't even behind a point. We've made up 7 points, guys, just in the mail-in vote this year already. Their firewall, which means how many votes they have, early vote and mail-in combined, going into election day ahead of us. 406,000. Sounds like a lot, right? That's 700,000 less than they had in 2020, my friends. 700,000 less. If there are 700,000 less in the early vote and the mail-in combined, I can tell you right now that there's going to be a sizable lead on election day that's much bigger than what was on in 2020. 2020, I went to bed at 12 o'clock. I didn't actually go to bed. I fell asleep on my couch when they stopped counting. And maybe it was 1 a.m. Fell asleep. Trump was up, I think, 400,000 votes, 300,000 votes, somewhere in that range. Woke up at 3 o'clock when the counting started up again. And that's when they closed that gap. This time the gap's going to be much, much larger, and they're going to have much less available to them to catch it up. Long story short, we're nearly at the end of the slow Democratic firewall. Growth is way lower than Democrats would like it, dwindling nearly 20 points from 2020. That's huge, guys. Pennsylvania is going to Trump. I'm telling you right now. Kapke says only way Kabbalah wins is with the computer rigging. I agree. Yeah. Could not have 100% in Pennsylvania. The Amish despise left. That's right. Yeah. Amish at 80,000 voters who will all vote Trump. Just another huge bump. Maybe that's why Joe sniffs to see it's a female. Maybe when it's a liberal, he's like, hold on a second. Let me see here. Benny Johnson interview the owner of the Trump house. No, 4-story Trump banners on it. That's cool. John Season for Senate of Massachusetts. I mean, I hope you got red wins in Massachusetts. That sounds crazy. Deaton. Oh, okay, Deaton, not Season. Randy, no respect for Gasparino. No, I don't either. He sucks. No sleep on Tuesday. I agree. Love Carrie Lake. Met her at a friend's Christmas party a few years ago. Really, Robert? That's awesome, man. She seems great. She really does. Okay, here we go again. Former Obama campaign manager. He's on with Jen Psaki. Circle around. I'll circle back. Former Obama campaign manager sounds the alarm for Kamala. Early vote numbers are scary. Excuse me. This is Obama campaign manager. Early vote numbers are scary. Republicans didn't do what they did last time. Republicans have an advantage in early vote numbers. When the early vote comes in, that's scary. Guys, this is not language. Yet, what was it? 2 days ago when I covered, Friday night, the Patrick Byrne video about Obama pumping him up. I'm telling you right now that Obama video or whatever happened at that Obama thing was clearly just, excuse me, a little something stuck in my throat. At this point, it's pretty clear. It was just a pump up the staff thing. Hold on, guys. I gotta cough this out. Okay, I think I got it. Yikes. Not fun. Okay. So, anyways, clearly scared. That Obama thing was clearly when it said he smirked and we got this. At this point, I think it's really clear it was just pumping up his campaign. And staffers, I don't think it has anything to do with the truth. The panic is everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. Breaking news: court upheld only American citizens can vote in Iowa elections. That's awesome. See, and that keeps happening, like with Virginia now. So if that keeps happening, guys, what's going to happen is it's going to get challenged up to the Supreme Court. Then the Supreme Court will rule on it, and if once they rule on it, it's for the entire nation. So this is good. Every time we get one of those, it's very good. Arizona had 278,000 new registered Republicans. Dems only 76,000. That's crazy. Oh yeah, Jen Psaki's terrible. This is terrible. Washington, Nevada are calling national grand for possible civil unrest. National Guard. Oh, Washington, Nevada. Yeah, I'm not worried about that stuff. I do think there could be crazy. Does McCormick have a shot in Pennsylvania? Not only does he have a shot, I think it's going to be very close, and I think he has a good chance of winning, especially if Trump wins big. If Trump wins big, it'll lift up McCormick, and then we could do it. Ace's Lawn Cookies. You don't want that. I don't even smoke. So, anyways, let's keep moving. Inside source, Gunther Eagleman. I love these inside sources. For one thing, you never know if it's true or not. Okay, I'm just be honest. But it sure is fun, isn't it? Sure is fun when you hear inside source stuff. I don't even know if Patrick Byrne really has inside sources, but I trust him, so I don't think he's lying. Gunther here, I trust him. I don't think he's lying. But, you never know. But it's still fun, right? I like a little gossip. My inside source saying the Kamala campaign is devastated and in mourning after assessing recent polling numbers. Devastated and in mourning. We hope so. That'd be awesome. Hey, it's after Trump takes the White House, can we have an in-depth conversation on chemtrails? I mean, sure, if you want. I don't know if I have enough information to talk in depth. Mad Max, Obama and his husband maybe kept secret name on PDP. Oh, jeez. I can't go there tonight, guys. I don't want to get booted from YouTube before the election. Come on, I got two more nights, okay? After that, we can get a little riskier. This People's Pundit went on Bannon the other day. By the way, it's nice having Bannon back, isn't it? He's been so good. Says, Kamala, she's not getting the turnout Biden was getting. What? Of course not. She's a loser. As we just heard Obama say, she's retarded. Hope that doesn't get me booted. I'm being funny, YouTube. On Kamala, she's not getting the turnout Biden was getting. There's nobody who doubts that. who wants to vote for this woman? It's the only people turning out to vote for her are voting against Trump. There is not a single person I've ever heard at all that it was believable was saying, I love what Kamala stands for. I love this woman. I think she's going to be a great leader. And believable. There's nobody. They just don't want Trump in. Nobody thinks anything's coming of this. All right. Got another inside source here, which is really fun. New reporting that hard conversations are ongoing inside Harris campaign headquarters at this time. Hard conversations. I always like hard conversations because they're never good. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz met with campaign manager Julie Chavez, blah, 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 blah. This morning to review early voting data. The meeting was described as somber. Oh, poor Kamala. Are you sad? Harris was told to prepare herself mentally for a devastating loss on Tuesday. Not a close loss. Not a squeaker. Not the possibility of a loss. No, a devastating loss. My friends, it's out there. I mean, there's so much good stuff out there that I'm just telling you. And again, I don't know this guy from Adam. I don't know if this source is real. I don't. But I can tell you what, it's very believable. And this is more believable than Iowa being +3 Kamala. So, hey, if this is a lie, then that, fine. I'm still going to spread it. I'm going to tell you guys the truth that maybe it's not true. But I'm going to spread it because you know what? They can lie to us. Well, we can spread this. But I don't think there's any reason to believe this is a lie because it very much sounds true. Hey, good night, John. Thanks for stopping by, man. So anyways, very exciting stuff. Taking the rest of the week off if Trump wins, Mike. Are you just going to be perpetually blitzed? I might be. Randy, have a guy with knowledge chat again New Year. What do you mean with that, Randy? About chemtrails? What are you talking about? Big B, City of Portland's boarded up in preparation for Election Day, preparing for a Trump win. Well, that's the only reason they should board up, right? I would think so. Rom Dog, Ace, approached by two total strangers today at breakfast, loving your Ultra MAGA hat, feeling a positive vibe after the weekend. Love it. Love it. Jenny, have a good night. Oh, good to see you, Jenny. I'm so glad you could stop by. I hope you're feeling well. We pray for you every night, Jenny, and hope you're doing well. We think about you all the time. So good to see you. Julie, Miss Lewinsky supports Kamala. Makes sense of beach. Oh, man. All right, Randy. I'd love to talk when it's time. All right, let's keep going. New York Times pollster says Nate Cohn announces white Republicans were not answering their polls nearly as much as Democrats, says the polling miss could be similar to 2020. Polling miss similar to 2020. Let's go look at this, shall we? Because this is worth looking at. You guys know the polling miss. Listen, look, this is funny. So Trump yesterday was up 0.5 right here, yesterday and Friday, and now down to 0.1. That's how much the Psyops polls have been coming out. Okay, people. But anyways, I digress. Let's go over the polling miss from 2020 because Nate Cohn from the New York Times poll is saying it could be similar. 2020. All right. Trump, by the way, never led this late in an election. You see here, this is day of. Here's 2020. Trump up 0.1 right now. 2020 polling miss. We'll just do the aggregate, even though there's some bonkers polls here. +10, +10. All right, +8, +11. +7. The average had Biden 7.2. The real result aggregate 4.5. That's a 2.7 point miss overall, and way worse in the swing states, guys. Way worse in the swing states. So if the polls miss similarly, let's just do the popular vote for now, because I'm going to go over a lot of data tomorrow. If that's a popular vote miss similar to 2020, that means Trump is going to have, we'll just say the exact numbers. That's a 2.8% popular vote win. A 2.8 popular vote win for a Republican means 350 plus electoral votes. 350. Biggest landslide since Reagan 84. Is that possible? Yeah, it's possible. I totally believe that. Look at what the latest Atlas polls are. This, by the way, again, I've said 100 times, but most accurate pollster of 2020. Here's the swing states right now. Okay, you guys ready as I go through them? All 7 swing states, most accurate pollster. North Carolina, plus 3.4, over 50%. That's the key right there, over 50%. Very hard to lose once you break that. Georgia, plus 2.5, over 50%. Arizona, 6.5. That's massive. Nevada, 5.5. Huge. Wisconsin, solid 1. Not even in the percentages anymore. Broke a 1. Michigan, 1.5. Pennsylvania, 1.8. We throw in the polling miss from 2020. Every single one of these is 2 points or above. And in that case, if it's 2 or above, guys, Virginia will flip, New Hampshire will flip, maybe Minnesota. I'm going to call it right now. If he goes by, if he's that far ahead, it's going to be huge. Huge. Yeah, I saw Hugh walked out the Washington Post. That was awesome. Drew, can I explain why people say in California if you're voting for Trump, it really doesn't matter who you vote for out here if it's a Democrat? I completely disagree, Drew. For one, every time you vote in California red and you keep it closer, that puts pressure on them. It puts pressure on them. It means they have to spend more money. It does matter. Okay, it does matter. Secondly, you add to the popular vote, and winning the popular vote is a big freaking deal. If you're in California and you're not voting just because you think it's an automatic loss, I'm like, that's sad for me. That's sad for me. I can kind of excuse it if you're in Mississippi and you want to vote for Trump and you gotta, you can't get off work that day and you know he's going to win by 30 points. Fine. I get it. That sucks. I still want you to go vote because I want to run these numbers up. But in California, as the opposition vote, you sure as hell should be getting out there because you know what? You never know if the Democrats are thinking the same way and they're not turning out because they think it's an easy win. But if every single red voter decided, I don't care that we're going to get smashed, I'm going to make my voice heard, well, you guys could cause some trouble. You really could. If you guys were galvanized to go, and I'm like ex-Californian, trust me, I get it. Okay, I lived there for most of my life until I was 30. I'm 41 now, just so you guys know. Really was most of my life. I always voted because it matters. You got to make your voice heard. You can't have that attitude. That is defeatist bullshit. I'm sorry, no offense. It's defeatist bullshit. You have to vote. Show up. Get every red voter to show up. And when the blue voters say, we don't even need to vote, we're going to crush you guys, you say, yeah, you're right. Don't vote, dummy. Why would you go vote? Go out to the bar. Have a good day. Don't vote, you dummy. You guys are going to win by 30. Meanwhile, you tell all your Trump friends, go vote. Because you never know. You never know what's going to happen. And that's why you vote. You just do it. Never think you're already going to lose. That you just can't. You can't live life that way. MH, God bless you, man. Michael Anthony, what sectors are my favorite? Which I bought CAG this past week at 29. Trying to understand why shares are so cheap. I don't know what CAG sectors are my favorite. Michael, I please clarify a little bit more. I don't quite get what you're asking me. I think I know, but I want to make sure. Gretchen Whitmer is her co-chair. Isn't that hilarious? Yeah, she's a joke. Whitmer wants her to lose. I agree. I do. She wants to do it later. John Cox, Danica Patrick said at a rally, I'm not paid to be here. I've never been to a Diddy rally. That's funny. Vote Schiff out. Absolutely. Vote. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Hero. We can hit 100 likes tonight. I believe in it. I believe. Yeah, I believe. Vote on the initiatives. Exactly, John. Thank you. Schiff should be in prison. I think if Trump wins, he will be. I absolutely do. And guys, everybody's talking about the Iowa fake poll. Let's talk about this poll because this one matters and this one's not fake. Virginia is tied, according to this pollster. Dude, I'm telling you guys, he could win Virginia. And that would just send everybody into a freak out mode. We want this. We want the win to be so outrageous that there's no way he can't. There's no way there's no way it can be denied. There's no way they can say that Trump is no longer not the pick of the American people. We want to smash the popular vote so they can't say that, oh, he didn't win the popular votes and most Americans don't like him. We got to win all of it. We got to win all of it, plus the House and the Senate. And so tomorrow, guys, again, I'll be going over all my predictions. But Anthony asks, is Trump winning right now? Look, dude, I just showed you. Trump is not only winning, he's crushing it. This is all 7 battleground states. He's up in all of them. Atlas also has him up in the popular vote by almost 3 points. Right here in the aggregate. This is all the polls combined. He's still winning, even with the latest projections. Okay? He's still winning. If you go to their electoral map, even with that nonsense Iowa poll factored in, he's still winning. Even when they push the toss-ups, he's still winning. I think it's going to be bigger than this because right now, because of a couple of polls lately, they have Michigan and Wisconsin going blue. Guys, I'm here to tell you, there's no way in hell Michigan and Wisconsin are going blue if Pennsylvania goes red. Michigan might, but no way in hell Wisconsin does. No way. Wisconsin always goes to the right of these. But it doesn't matter, like John just said, who cares who's winning? Go vote. Yes, just go vote. And then we're going to win. If we vote, we win, guys. Randy, Jamie voiced a plan to deny Trump the office using 14 minutes. Randy, did you watch my video on Thursday? Did you watch my video on Thursday? On Thursday, I went over the entire plan of Jamie Raskin's and how ridiculous it is and how impossible it is. If you know the Constitution and we have the House, it is, and we will have the House, and we'll definitely have the Senate. They would need both to pull off his plan, by the way. There's no way in hell he's able to enact his plan. It's not going to happen. Go watch the first 25 minutes of my video. I can't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday. I'm so sorry. I definitely know it wasn't Friday. It was Wednesday or Thursday. In fact, I got to look it up because I don't want you to waste your time jumping around videos. I'll know as soon as I see it, so I'll look it up. But I covered this. I spent 25, 30 minutes on it. Okay? So it's I'm even going to link it to you. Oh, okay. I think I was wrong. I think it was actually Tuesday, Monday. Jeez Louise, I didn't realize I did it so far ago. Sorry, guys. Yep, I did it Monday. All right, I'm going to send you this link in the chat because I want you to be able to watch what I said so you're not scared. All right? Because Jamie Raskin is full of crap and he's just speaking about what they want to pull off. All righty? That's it. It's in the chat now, so you can go watch it. If Trump wins Virginia, it's over. Oh, yeah. We should know Virginia relatively early unless it's very, very, very close. But I don't think it will. I think it's going to, yeah, and that's the thing. If he wins Virginia early, like John, who just said that? Yeah, John just said it will tell voters down the road in the Western states and everything, like, what's the point? You guys are going to lose. Why are you voting? And Democrats will bail out. Republicans won't. Republicans will stay in. They're going to vote for Trump. They are. They're not going to go away. I went to early voting the other day because my wife hadn't voted yet. I had already voted, but she hadn't, so I went with her. Early voting line was nuts. People are so excited to vote for Trump. There were Trump shirts everywhere. It was awesome. And I'm in North Carolina, swing state, so outside of Charlotte too. DJT pre-market, it's going to be exciting, I know. Trump wins, stock market and crypto market pump. They will, and then they're going to dump, especially the stock market. Because, guys, even if Trump wins and wins handily, we're going to go through hell in the economy. It's coming. They have pumped this stuff up so much, we are about to break. The jobs report proves it the other day, coming in 90% under expectations. We're going to go through hell in the economy. And that's why we just have to pray to God Trump gets in and handily with a big House and Senate lead so that he can turn the economy around fast. If we fall apart in the economy, which we are going to, but we have them in power, we can turn it around in a year, year and a half. It can go quick, but it will be hell on earth if Kamala gets in. It'll be the worst, I think, economy we've ever seen. I really do. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Get ready. Be ready. It really is coming. Fake CNN +6 Kamala. Wisconsin's the only reason she's up. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Like the video, please. Hobbs, did I see Benny Johnson got kicked out of Hillary event he was invited to because he live showed there was only like 80 show? Yes, I did see that. And I saw there was no line to get in. Will Bitcoin go to 100,000 before the crash? I don't know. There's a lot of talk about that. I think it's just pumpers, really. People excited. Bitcoin might have a big run once Trump wins. It really could, because a lot of Bitcoin people are going to be stoked. Does it break 100? Very hard to say. I'm not making a prediction one way or the other. But it will also have a downturn. And the main reason it's going to have a downturn is because when the stock market's crashing, all those big hedge funds and everything, they're going to pull a ton of money out of Bitcoin to protect themselves, put it maybe back in the market, do whatever. They're going to do that like crazy, and it's going to make Bitcoin crash like 25 to 50%. And because that's the big money in Bitcoin, it's going to mostly bail out. Because they're going to want to go to safer stuff like cash, maybe put into oil, gold, silver, stuff like that when things get really bad. So I do believe in Bitcoin long term for sure, and I think Trump will be very good for Bitcoin long term. But I do expect probably a quick pump after he wins, and then once the market starts going, Bitcoin will follow. John Cox, Native Americans voting for Trump this year, switching from longtime Dems. Really? I hadn't heard that. That's awesome. Did I bet on the elections? My bet on the elections is in DJT. My bet is DJT has been trending with Trump almost this whole time. And so when DJT goes, it's going to be because Trump wins and the shorts are bailing out, and it pumps DJT to the moon. That's what I think is going to happen. And good question on Bitcoin. I don't know what it's at right now. Let's look. I think it's over 70. But how far over 70? Oh, it's back under 70. Wow. Wasn't it 72 the other day or 71? Yeah, it's at 69,270 right now. So, yeah. But anyways, so all right, guys, I'm going to call it a night on that because, again, I plan tomorrow. So tomorrow, you guys are going to want to tune in because I'm going to go over every last bit of data we have that matters before the election to make the best possible prediction I can possibly make, okay? So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to go over my map, and I'm going to go over my House and my Senate predictions, where we're going to go. All right, so we're going to do that and get ready, go over any big news that might come out tomorrow. And so it'll be a big show tomorrow. And then the biggest show of all, Tuesday night, live streaming the election returns the entire time. I'll be on sometime right before polls close here. So polls close at 8. I'll probably be on somewhere between 7:30, 7:45. And after that, it is on. It's on like Donkey Kong. I'm going to have guests. We're going to, people are going to be coming in and out. Some might stay a long time. And the hope and prayer is that we're celebrating big time by, say, 11 o'clock. Okay, we're just going to go nuts. So please, before you leave, like, share, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Grow the channel. Help me do this. Doing good work here. We are got a lot of good people helping me out by sending me good info all the time. And so, we're doing good work here. So God bless you guys. Let's get justice for Peanut. And let's end in a prayer tonight before we go forward. So Heavenly Father, thank you for today. God bless every single person here. Pray especially for Jenny, Thomas, Mike, anybody else who needs healing in their bodies. And God, pray especially for this election. Lord, the America wants Trump. I think it's clear of that. I pray, God, that every bit of cheating is stopped. Every bit that matters is held back. And then these people are brought to justice later after Trump wins massively. I pray that you protect everybody involved. Protect cities from burning, protect people from rioting, all that. Pray it all gets stopped. Any of the damage from the fallout. But God, also God, we pray we get our answer election night. We pray for a massive win that's undeniable. And then we finally can start moving forward in this country on the right path. And we pray all this in Jesus' name. Bless everybody here. Amen. All right. Love you guys. Have an awesome night. I will see you all tomorrow. God bless.